How to replace the motor on a Shark NZ801UKT and UK models. Other models may be similar. To do this, you're going to need a Torx T20 screwdriver, which is like the security type. You're going to need some wire cutters and also something to insulate the wires with when you join them. So electrical tape at worst, or some shrink wrap if you have it. Now we're going to make sure that we've unplugged the vacuum cleaner from the mains before we do anything. We're going to press the lift away button to pull off the body from the stick, and then press the hose release catch at the back, so basically you end up with the body on its own. Now we can lift the bin off the vacuum cleaner, and then we're going to remove the filters from it. So these filters here, I'm going to take those out, and then the front grille can come off, so we can release the HEPA filter from it too. Now we need to grab our Torx screwdriver, and we're going to start taking off the screws, starting with these three across here, and then inside there's another three inside there. So take those out. Don't worry, I'm going to show you how to put this back together properly later. There's a screw each side here, which we need to undo. And then going on to the back, there's 1, 2, 3 screws there. These are all the same size. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 underneath. So we can just undo those. And then the one that everyone misses on the instructions is that one there. Undo that. Okay. Now we can lift this base off. If it needs a bit of help with a screwdriver, give it some help, but generally they do just lift off like so. Then turn it over and you can see where the motor is inside. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab the motor and we're going to pull it out of the housing, and then we can see what we're dealing with. Okay, so this bottom part of the housing that's come off, we can put that to one side. And then on the motor itself, you've got like this noise filter here, okay? Now this just slides off, but this one is in a really sorry state, so I'm just pulling it off, okay? Yours will probably just slide off. Now if you look, this motor has been water damaged. It's absolutely wrecked. Yours might not be the same, but in any case, the procedure is the same. We need to save this rubber ring from the base of the motor too. That's going to go on our new one in a minute. Now the wiring, we have cut the wires from the motor and we've just made them bare-ended, so we're going to twist them onto the new motor's wires, okay? Now as far as joining them goes, you can do whatever you please. You can use connectors. I've used a dab of solder. You know what, you can actually just twist them together. There's no movement in the wires as long as you're insulating them with electrical tape really tightly, or if you've got some heat shrink wrap or something like that, that would be ideal. Once you've done that, before you've done that, actually, you should have probably put this filter back on, but I'm not doing, because this one stinks, okay? I've just got some from a Henry, which is like a universal filter thing, and I'm wrapping that around instead, just to reduce the noise. So once I've done that and wrapped it all around, that part on the top of the motor sits inside the base, inside the little rectangle cutout that you'll see. So just lower it in, and then we need to kind of fold away these wires. You may want to cut them shorter, but after they've done, it'll all look nice and neat like this, with just that bit there at the back that slides into the housing. So just put this together just really carefully. This may take you a while if it's your first time, okay? Just be patient. And then as soon as you've got it roughly in the right position with no gaps, we're going to start putting the screws back in, starting with these across the front. Okay, and then we've got those two, one each side of this part. Also, if you do need the screwdriver for this, or the motor indeed, I'm going to put the link to those in the description and also in the comments, so you can buy them from my website. On the back, we've got those 3 screws there that we need to do up. And then we need to retrieve the tool holders, basically the little things that hold onto your crevice tool and stuff on the vacuum. Put those in place. Then get the other one, put that in place. You'll see which way round they go. There's a little triangle cut out on the bottom of each, so they only go one certain way. And then put the screws in that go underneath them, and then there's 2 screws here to put in as well. We're almost getting there now, really. With that 1 screw in the back there at the top, put that in, and then there's 3 screws here. Now be careful not to lose these. If your screwdriver's lost its magnetism, I'm going to put a video in the top corner now to show you how to make your screwdriver magnetic. It's really handy little trick that you should know if you're doing any repairs. Now just do a final check, make sure there's no gaps around the vacuum cleaner, and then we need to start putting the bits back on. So these filters are absolutely stinking. I expect that these were wet when the person put it back in the vacuum cleaner, because they smell really damp. So I'm just going to change them for a new filter set. I'll also put the link to that in the description and in the comments too if you need new filters when you're changing your motor. It's never a bad idea. Put the HEPA filter in the front and then put the grill back on, and then we can get the bin and clip that into place. Now get your hose, clip that into the back, making sure it's securely clicked on. Put the body back onto the stick, and now we're going to try it. There we go, lovely healthy motor with strong suction. I hope this video has helped. Please subscribe to my channel for more shark help videos. This next one is a cleaning one, showing you how to clean the floor tool on your shark.